Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the sports world lately. So, here's the deal. Terrion Arnold, a free agent cornerback, just visited the Seahawks. Now, on the surface, this might seem like your typical NFL transaction rumor, but personally, I think there's a lot more to unpack here. What makes this really interesting is the context surrounding Arnold's situation. I mean, this guy was a first-round pick in 2024, drafted by the Lions, and had a solid start to his career with 24 games and 22 starts under his belt. But then, things took a sharp turn. Here's where it gets complicated. Arnold was cut by the Seahawks on June 29, following his arrest in Florida on some seriously heavy charges, 4 felony counts each of armed robbery and kidnapping. If convicted, we're talking about a potential life sentence. Now, from my perspective, this is where the story becomes a real head-scratcher. How does a player with such promise end up in this situation? And more importantly, what does it say about the league's vetting process or the support systems in place for these young athletes? What many people don't realize is that Arnold's talent is undeniable. With 91 tackles, an interception, and 18 pass breakups in just 2 seasons, he's shown flashes of being a top-tier cornerback. But now, his career is hanging in the balance, and teams are left to weigh his potential against the legal and PR risks. The Seahawks bringing him in for a visit is a bold move, to say the least. Are they taking a calculated risk, hoping to snag a high-potential player at a discounted price, or is this just due diligence? It's hard to say. If you take a step back and think about it, this situation raises a deeper question about second chances in sports. Do players with legal troubles deserve another shot if they can prove their innocence or show genuine rehabilitation? Or should teams prioritize avoiding controversy at all costs? Personally, I think it's a nuanced issue that doesn't have a one-size-fits-all answer. Every case is different, and Arnold's situation is particularly complex given the severity of the charges. A detail I find fascinating is the interest from other teams like the Texans, Colts, and Jets. It shows that despite the red flags, Arnold's talent is still attracting attention. But what this really suggests is that teams are willing to take risks if they believe the reward is worth it. However, it also highlights the pressure on these organizations to make the right decision, both morally and strategically. In my opinion, the Seahawks' decision to bring Arnold in for a visit is a strategic move to assess his character and legal situation firsthand. It's not just about his on-field abilities. It's about whether he can be a reliable member of their organization. What this really suggests is that teams are becoming more thorough in their evaluations, especially when dealing with high-risk, high-reward players. As we wrap this up, I'm left wondering, what does the future hold for Terrion Arnold? Will he get another chance to prove himself on the field, or will his legal troubles define his career? And more broadly, how should the league handle situations like this moving forward? It's a tough question, but one that I think is worth discussing. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.